dark and it's hard to see, but do you see this little stick? All these little sticks sticking out of the ground with foam wrapped around them. Those used to be posts with chain that went all the way around the park. And because the Portland police kept charging people and throwing munitions, gas and stuff at people, they were falling and getting hurt and getting caught up in the chains. And so instead of not gassing people, they decided to just saw down those posts, which was stupid. I don't know why they did that. And then here, there was nothing wrong with the benches. Protesters didn't do anything to the benches. But this park is now stripped of all the benches that used to be here. And the only reason I can think of for something like that is just to make it more uncomfortable, make it less pleasant for people to come here, trying to encourage us to leave. And so, yes, that first night there was rioting in the streets. True riots. Stores were looted, windows were broken.
Anyway, that happened. Hang on.
That's not what's been happening since. The majority of the people, so here, now that I'm stepping back a little bit, it looks like the crowd that was around me thinned out, but they've all moved over.
They got 20 cams, by the way. That was what I wanted to mention. Look at all of this. This is insane. 20. I wonder if Robert Evans is there.
And chanting and so like the 1% or less that are being, a little more aggressive. Oh, see, here's what the post used to look like. See, and they used to have chain coming off them going to each one. But what was I saying? Squirrel. Anyway, I mean, it's just, look how peaceful this is.
Basically, yeah, that was kind of the point that really ever could need to be made. This is kind of the chill part. It hasn't gone crazy yet. But I mean, we're like fucking near midnight. Like, I mean, anything happens after midnight, it's it's past midnight. What do you expect? That's when shit happens. You I don't know. It's complicated.
Has been coming.
That's why they implement the curfew, because they know that this stupid concept of a curfew, because they know that shit. They're like, oh, when it gets dark and late, people stop giving fucks.
By feds or PPB, and as soon as the gas clears, they come right back and continue feeding. It's amazing. Unfortunately, a couple nights ago, or was it last night? I guess they got feds came and actually opened all the coolers, sprayed them with pepper spray, took knives and poked holes in like water bottles and other jugs of supplies, and destroyed a lot of equipment. And they didn't miss a beat, man. The next day they are out here feeding everybody again. So
I ain't trying to get hit with no copyright. Technically, this is what's happening. These people, man. Oh, the chain clear joke. My bad. That is something. Anyways, let's do a recap of the day real quick. This is 4 hours from 2:40, so it's like 10 o'clock ish.
Off of the great.
So this is what happened.
Black communities. We need a black district. There's a Chinatown. There needs to be a little Africa town somewhere here.
And they had that Black Wall Street joke. I don't know what the hell happened in Chicago. As you clearly see, though, it was a dance party kind of night. That is kind of karma. Trump want to talk all this shit. Oh, Chicago's crazy. I mean, you can see right now what happened in Chicago. Even the camera's like, what the fuck? Yeah, good crowd right there. Social distancing jokes right there. You know, wouldn't the people social distancing there also a joke, but.
So we gotta stand together whether you're black, white, yellow, pink, or red.
Well, shout out to the pink people. Oh, the Pink Pussy Posse promoting peace. The 5 P's.
Let's fight together. Let our voices be known. Let our voices be heard. That we are here and we're not going to be silent anymore.
Look at that sky.
Together
Building.
as we come together. And I'm so glad that we are talking today about getting back to the
Portland.
basics. We have to remember what brought us here.
Alright. Yeah, that Portland. And then just the Chicago police state. They're over there dancing, I guess. And over here, these guys are being all like not dancing. Again, which side do you want to be on? Dancing people? Stormtroopers. No, 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 no. Like, that's these people. I mean, the jokes are like, they write themselves. I mean, I'm not even trying. Like, anyway, cities look so fucking weird. I'm glad I don't live in like this, where it is a concrete jungle of just city. I guess, well, those are trees, I think. I don't. You'll never know.
Way so deep.
They're giving speech.
Thank you so much, Antoine. What an honor to be here. Black Lives Matter.
Oh, got him.
Room, cause it's like the living room of the Black House. It's just like black message.
Oh, got him. Best kind of message. The humbled part. Yeah.
Environments, all different
They're
kinds
turning
of
up.
things, all different kinds of belief systems. But there's
Yeah, the
one
Louisville.
thing that we all
I don't know,
when the
but
house
that
is
seems
on
really
fire,
weird to me.
that's the time to put the fire out.
Hey, that wasn't bad. A heart of a lion. He didn't back down for our freedom. Keep going. Of color, keep the focus. Yeah. You have been moved by the compassion of George Floyd.
Oh.
You have an awakening to say that we are in a generation that can end racism, a generation that can end inequality, a generation that can end discrimination, a generation that can end police shootings, a generation that can make a difference in transforming America. John Lewis used an often say,
I don't know. Decent speech, I guess. I like that one part about the generation. Yeah, I don't know what happened in Beverly Hills. Shit got weird tonight. People get arrested for standing in the street. Basically, it's a little weird. Also, kind of illegal, but we don't talk about that because it's America. Police state, you know. totally not infringing upon the First Amendment. You know, again, if the right wingers treated every amendment like the Second Amendment, we'd be in the perfect country. We'd be close to the perfect country or some shit. But the fact that they're just willy-nilly on all of them except the second one is creating fascism. And whether it's on purpose or not, well, that's for each one of them to decide.
People in this nation. Now he has to stand hand in hand with that way. Black Lives Matter.
This bacon is rotten.
That dude, he's been covering it there. He's had great commentary over it too.
No,
show
they
it to
didn't rip down the yard. I'm not.
you see, they're working on information here. With the green. That's fucking dope. You love to see it. That's just dope.
We're calling this the pig pen.
That's what it
We're
is.
calling this the pig pen.
Yeah. The thing is, I can't have nobody touch this fence because if they touch this fence and start rocking the fence, these people come out the building and shoot us some gases.
Oh, I'm not gonna touch it.
Yeah. Thank
I'm
you.
live streaming.
Yeah.
Yep, here's the art wall.
Oh,
It makes the pig pen look a little more attractive, doesn't it?
Again, remember, this is the riots these pussy-ass pussies think exist. They're out here. This is more a slight tangent, but related to it. This isn't in direct relation to that. They're out here with balloons, squeaky toys out the dick hole, gas masks and helmets, and some with armor, because they're getting abused by psychopaths that wish they were in a real war, but they have to settle for being fascists. Imperial stormtroopers, SS Gestapo, motherfuckers, SS, I said that joke. Every secret military, not even secret, but technically, since they are Homeland Security, it really proves a lot of those conspiracy guys about wondering what the Secret Service and the Homeland Security's real purposes were. It kind of proves them. Like I said, Alex Jones has been completely proven right for the shit he was right about, and the shit he's wrong about, he's completely probably wrong about. Stupid, but on the serious point though, he was right. The militarization of the police force, plus Obama signing that shit, plus just the overall mentality internally of the government's viewpoint of, you saw the people handling how they were handled in the 60s. And then as it bubbles up again in the modern era, and we start to look like every other country around the world with an angry populace against its police state, China, France, multiple other ones, just doing some light research, and you can find all sorts of different people that hate their government. There was that big one in Israel, and I've seen other ones, just, I don't know where the fuck it was, other ones type of shit. I agree with the UBI line for something else, but it's not it's not an isolated thing from that one place, you know. Well, since we got a moment. I don't remember which one exactly, the details on these, to which one's when. Is this the one with the video? Oh, that's that one. Yeah, that's that Second Amendment joke. These people are hypocrites on it. Is this the one I think it is? Yeah, this is. You know, you're like, oh, I'm gonna make a joke out of it or something. Not against them, but empowering them per se, to use per se loosely. But like that one, man. I mean, really, both of them. I mean, that one's fucked up because it's right in front of his family. And that was super fucked up. You know. I guess out of respect, we'll look this one up. I don't remember exactly this one. This one got a video. I don't, you know, if you don't know, then you should know. Mostly that line. I think there was another line. Man. Yeah, they were right about, you know, this song earned Tusker a lot of credit, or credibility. I tell you that much. I never really heard that. I mean, I should have heard the other album they did before they got signed. That gave them a lot of. There was a lot of high tier shit in that. Oh, that was dope. Apparently. I don't know. Anyway, I just like that isolated thing part. Oh, water bottles have slightly started.
They're protecting the protesters from the Fed building. Sorry, misread that. We're at a hundo. Oh. I see movement up that window.
I hate the federales. Oh my god, this is so corny, bro. Oh god, look at this. It's the softest protest I've ever seen. I mean, this is facepalm. What is y'all doing? Nice effort, dude. Warning.
Human rights belong to all of us. Black rights are our rights.
True. Oh, there is a
helmet, snowboard goggles.
I don't know. Beverly Hills like a real rich area. Like I don't really I know. It's like half a joke, I guess. Like, are the police there racist? Like, it was probably a bunch of white dudes, so I think that makes the percentage highly likely in it being Southwest California. yes, they're probably all racist. Look at these guys. Oh, these guys are getting arrested. These guys aren't. I don't see what's happening here. Oh, man. Says dude, what is that? Arrested. I guess since this is my vid, I get to say, I have to say, what does arresting these people accomplish? What are you gonna say? Oh, it gets them out of the street. What about their First Amendment right? I'm not doing that. Not a joke. But that's my point though. Like, what does this accomplish other than they're out of the way for the moment being? You're putting them through fucking the whole process of getting arrested, and if they get out, if they don't, do they get hit with some bullshit? I guess since they go limp, they'll be out like tomorrow. But like, again, like, why can't they sleep in their bed tonight? Because they inconvenience you, they don't get to sleep in their bed, and you get to sleep in your bed comfy at night. The irony is, the parallel is just something. It writes itself. Such a weird fucking again. Fuck, eh?
And this is Beverly Hills in Los Angeles. They have their own special police department because they're in a fully incorporated city. So LAPD got a bit defunded because their police officers no longer get paid overtime. I said this before and I'm going to repeat it now. I was arrested at the Mayor Garcetti protest on May 30th, protesting for the people's budget, for Black Lives Matters. My arresting officer, all salaries of civil servants, including police in Los Angeles, are public. My arresting officer had made $200,000 last year. So, about 2 weeks after my arrest, LAPD said that no more overtime would be paid, and instead cops would have to take time off.
Tucker Carlson said 60,000. Oh, look, he got exposed.
Hang on. Immediately, LAPD stopped harassing protests. They stopped police lines, stopped tear gassing everyone because they weren't getting paid. Here in Beverly Hills, they got plenty of money. These guys are overfunded, soaking up overtime. Look how bored they are. Bored, getting paid, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That is a good point. Let that sink in. That's fucking nuts. They're getting paid shit ton of money. They're getting overtime. They're not really doing shit except suppressing freedom. It pays to be a bad guy. Oh, I don't know, like, I got a bad guy doing bad things. I can get all the money, robbing banks and shit. Yeah. What a bribery.
A year. Must be nice.
True.
Look at all their guns. This is a peaceful protest.
True, good point. That
Matters protest. In fact, all of them are peaceful.
No. It's complicated. Them all just standing there in uniform like that. That joke about not sort of standing out or being an individual. Look at some of these guys are wearing masks actually. The irony.
They're arresting my friend right now.
They're afraid. They're wearing a mask because they're afraid of the virus. They're not afraid of enforcing a police state which corrodes the fabrics, the soul of what the country was founded upon, which was not being a police state, I'll tell you that much. The irony. Oh, this virus is dangerous. Oh, corruption, tyranny is not. Okay.
Black lives, rights for black lives are human rights. I appreciate him coming to protest for Black lives, for my rights.
Snack. Where's the moms? Oh, there's that. Let's see what we can get. Oh shit! Wow.
Peaceful protest. Protest. Here. Your hair.
He would have said that. I told y'all the moms was gonna be here soon as I started to speak. We love you, moms. The moms in the house.
That's the kind of reception that the quote-unquote essential workers or the essential people should get.
Alright guys, let the moms take the front line like they want to every single night. They want to line up right in front of this JC on the sidewalk and the street. So anyone that's not a mom, would you please move so the moms can line up right in front of the JC like they want you to be the wall of moms. Like I said last night, Trump wanted a wall. This is not the wall he expected. Alright, moms, you take this entire sidewalk right in front of this. Right.
It's fucking crazy. Where the fuck you gonna see anything like that ever again?
I don't know if they're protesters or people in the neighborhood or what.
Oh, rip that guy. He's getting stolen. Yo, watching the police arrest people when they carry him out. It's the stupidest shit. The guy's just like limp. And they're like, this guy's a threat. Gotta get him out of here. It's like, what? Why can't you just carry him to the next block over? Oh yeah, because that's not the problem. Like the guy's just doing nothing. It looks funny as fuck. Well, they already started another fire. They love fires.
I don't know. You know, the problem is kind of once
Robert
things
Evans
get large,
is
you
out.
have these people coming in to take advantage of the situation and try to grab clout. Like, that's a long time issue with movements in general, but especially in the internet and the Instagram age. People now saying no water, yelling at each other not to put out the trash fire. Huh? I'm not filming it. Please. I'm filming a trash fire. Okay. Please. That's a polite request.
God. I hate people that say that, man. Put on a mask or something. Hide yourself better like the Antifa dudes. Like, stop being a pussy. Fake tough guys out there in Portland.
No, the crowd's good. It's just there's a lot of folks up at the front who are, up at the front for not the right reasons. That happens sometimes. Yeah, vibe is definitely weird tonight. But again, I don't know that I really kind of have my doubts that the feds would even show up in this at the moment, just because there's really not much for them to respond to, and letting people argue works a hell of a lot better for them than coming out shooting again. Well,
some people want a D&D, I guess.
Half of these people on the national media there, the front is where the attention is focused, and a lot of cameras. So there's people who think that if they kind of show up and start making declarations and acting like the voice of a movement, then they can make it be the voice of a movement. They can make themselves be that.
That's actually how that works.
There's other people.
No offense. I mean, like, maybe if they don't have the best intentions, but like that's how that works. Like, you gotta do it. Like, someone's gotta fucking do it.
And for what it's worth, on a moral level, I appreciate the people who want to fuck up a fence. Literally the first night of protests in Portland, they burned all of the banks downtown, dude.
You have to. Good.
Black Lives Matter! Well, the fence is still very much here. I mean, they didn't burn them down, but they lit the banks on fire. Yeah, on the first night of rioting, they lit a bunch of banks on fire. They didn't burn them down, they didn't have the time or the numbers, but people already have lit a lot of banks on fire. So. If you're coming up with issues about the Portland uprising, there's fair points to criticize, but people not fucking with the banks isn't really one of them. All the dumb thing is happening again over here.
I don't know what the fuck that means. They gave some good speeches and did some good shit here. I was watching that. We ain't got time to do that because we got live shit with Robert Evans. We got a little bit of time. Fuck, this was earlier today. I'm like, that's a big ass crowd. But they had a big ass crowd out again, which is dope.
Right. Portland's dealt with a lot of fences at this point, and this is by far the most solid of them. It wouldn't take much, it would take people actually fucking time. Do you see these things here on the fence? These like welded bits of metal that have been welded across the top and between them? So those are kind of what has to be dismantled. That's what's been added to the fence since the last time it was taken down, and that's making it a lot harder to take down this time. Because people can't pull, if you can pull one section out of the fence like this, with enough people you can kind of rip the other sides of the fence laterally and pull it down. But if you can't get it apart at all, you really can't, like, fuck the fence up.
Yeah, it's just too good of a fence at the moment.
And fireworks from the church. Yeah, like it's a solid job. These are pretty close fireworks, you know. That's not my favorite, man.
Damn. Fireworks are the fucking best. I love love fireworks at a protest. So does the crowd, by the way.
The ACLU lawsuit got an injunction thing against the feds, so the feds are supposed to not fuck up journalists or legal observers anymore. Now, that said, they've shot at me every night I've been out here, so I kind of doubt they're going to stop shooting at us. But they're supposed to stop shooting at us. That said, we all tend to be in a mass together, so, you know.
Whoa, that's an old dude, too. That's awesome. Shout out to Status Coop for letting whoever they got recording this stream. Glad to see they're seeing it. I watched some of it. The guy's giving people watching Status Coop a good showing of what's actually happened. Dog alert. And that guy alert, I guess. Abraham Lincoln with this. That was a weird dude. Go back. Like, look at this dude. Hang on. I'll make it full screen. Like, this is, I mean, it's dope that they got these out. Leaf blowers. Doggo. He's got a doggo, but look at him. Look at this dude. What is that? Look at his beard. Huh. It's weird, you know?
You don't have to subpoena for public footage, but I also don't, I film differently when I'm not immediately in front of the courthouse steps. Like, everybody out here is on a high-definition camera. Except from the crowd, they fired directly at us a few times.
Turn it down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like that, the Seattle decision. I think it's a bad one. But they're going to do what they're going to do. Yep, just kind of waiting for stuff to happen. No arrests, feds haven't come out. People haven't really done enough to the fence for the feds to come out. That's where the feds come out of. They like to keep the door open so they can come out at any time and surprise people. Press badges, and we do a lot of other stuff to make it clear that we're fucking press, right? So we tend to have, like, I have a press patch across my body armor, I have my helmet, and I have a press pass. Most of us who have been out here a while tend to cover our body with the word press in as many places as we reasonably can in the hopes that we won't get horribly damaged. There's not $30 million in damages. There's about $6 million in, like, police overtime or some shit, but the number that was initially cited for damages was mostly coronavirus damage. It was loss of business due to the virus that the police were falsely claiming was due to damage by protesters. To be honest, like, it's pretty minimal the damage by protesters, especially outside of downtown. You know, you had one night of rioting, and since then it's all been pretty focused around police property. There's been a few isolated cases of, like, other window property damage, but really not a whole lot.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. What he said is extremely true. The only place they fuck with anymore is, I mean, for literally like 70 to 80% is just this building, and it's mostly on boards and shit that can be washed off, and mostly that's what happens during protests. So I don't know why people bitch. Like, that's the thing. It's like this is what happens. This is what a healthy democracy. Well, not a healthy. Sorry, this is definitely not what a healthy democracy. You wouldn't have protests in a democracy. You'd have kind of gatherings and shit. You wouldn't have angry mobs. That's always what happens in countries that are where the government is failing the people, and which is always seemed pretty much always true. So, almost always true.
rough moments for the homeless during this. The Portland Police Bureau has gassed the house on a number of occasions in mass. That said, Riot Ribs, I think, has really helped a lot of folks out. It's provided, like, resume writing workshops and, like, clean clothing and free food and medical supplies for a lot of houseless people. And is kind of acting as, it looks like the city's, at least one of the larger mutual aid projects in the city.
I'm gonna break away, and I'm gonna lead you in a chant. I'm not black, but I'm here.
Yeah, Riot Ribs is
On
great.
the max and taken to jail.
Yes! It's only about 30 feet, maybe, from the doors. It's not a hard run. I mean, I wouldn't call the crowd tame, but they haven't, again, we're kind of at this point where another line's going to have to be crossed by protesters. So,
spicy.
At some point, protesters are going to need to either choose to, like, bring out some fucking power tools if they're going to take this fence down, or this is never going to move beyond yelling at a fence again. If you want to bring the feds out often in this shape of production. So again, there's a lot of people here. There's thousands of folks here. Like, there's plenty of people to do whatever the crowd wanted to do. So it's kind of a question of what the crowd chooses to do. Like on Monday, the crowd chose to start peeling away the plywood in front of the courthouse and breaking into the windows. Huh? Huh? I thought that was Monday. Tuesday they lit it on fire, right? Yeah, they did that Monday too. Yeah, Garrison and I were watching. Right over there. Yeah. Yeah, she was like, on Monday they pulled away the plywood and started breaking.
As far as the strategy to try to cross the line and provoke some type of incident.
I repeat, we have a very dumb fight happening. Just a real dumb fight, everybody. Just a very, very dumb fight. People putting out a fire in front of the courthouse. Real silly fight here. Oh, look, we got some fireworks. Actually, violent crime of basically all types has been down since the protest started. Yes, I've been out here most of the last 50-something nights. This is probably somewhere close to night 40 for me. Not really in a sleep usually, but I don't know, it's been better lately. When there's more people out, it's better. The days when there were like 150 people just getting the shit kicked out of them by the cops, those were rough. Well, everybody, this might continue to be pretty dumb for a while. I'm on Periscope. I don't know where else you can find these videos. The press need more mental health work. Garrison's like right behind me. Or no, right to my right. Here's Garrison. Hi, Garrison. Everybody's doing fine. We're just frustrated because some very silly people have been being very silly at the front of this demonstration.
I don't know. I feel kind of indifferent. Like, I feel like Like, I understand the anarchist side of it. We need to start shit, always fuck shit up. The system's fucked, gotta make it malleable. And scientifically, that's pretty true. But on the other side, there's the silly side of not doing stupid shit. It's complicated, man. I really don't know. But whatever happens, that's the scientific experiment, is I have no real impact on this. Definitely released right now. So, like I said, you know.
Yeah, the moms are still here, I think. Yeah, yeah. Yep. Again, this is another decision point for the protesters. They were pretty on board with the fuck shit up decision points the last couple of times. They made about 3 nights worth of them in a row, where people were really okay with doing serious damage to police property. And you know, tonight people are just kind of standing at the fence, throwing flaming trash over, and hoping that brings the feds out. Now that worked to bring the feds out last night. The feds were pretty violent last night. Tonight there's a bigger crowd, and they're not doing it again. You know, the feds haven't been as aggressive as early. They're waiting longer to shoot people. They might have gotten into a little bit of trouble. I don't know. They might not. You know, the feds always have a line. It's not always clear what the line is, but they always have a line. And you never quite know if they're actually going to come out and start fucking people up or not on a given night. Well, it's kind of the purpose of a lot of protests like this. The goal is to bring out the agents of the state and show what they do in situations like this, which is consistently escalate and use violence indiscriminately in order to reveal the violence inherent in the system. Because if men like this are being violent like this to large crowds in front of cameras, think about what they're doing to vulnerable people when there's not cameras. So think about a lot of these guys are CBP officers. Think about what they're doing to immigrants and stuff who are jailed in situations where there's not this kind of camera covering them. So the purpose is, the system is always this violent. It's always filled with men this violent, hurting people. You just don't see it. So we as protesters are going to force you to see it using our bodies.
And that's kind of the point of anarchism, is to expose everything for what it truly is and make it a moral gray area. I don't know. I don't fucking know exactly on that, but expose that it is all gray area. Unless you apply some type of logic or morality. Or even empathy.
We got the leaf blower crew out again. Folks are getting ready. Shields are moving up to the front. Everybody's kind of prepping for the shit to start.
I do like the sound of like shields banging on a fence. It's pretty intimidating, or at least it sounds cool and looks cooler. Or both of both.
So we've got our first gas of the night, folks.
It happened.
Tossed over and blown away by the leaf blower crowd. Ah, shit. Yeah, it's starting. And again, you see the leaf blower crew, big leaf blowers, really getting that smoke, blowing it right back into the fence. Shields moving up to be ready to protect them when the impact munitions start to hit. Which will be any moment. All right. I just felt that was an impact munition coming through, and you can see the red helmet lights of the federal agent who's inside there. The thing that happens every time is about to happen. Here we have the Phalanx getting ready to... That pepper ball just hit the fence. I think being fired out of that murder hole right there. Phalanx is weapon fire coming in. We're starting to see. Field wall gets their shields on the wall. And we continue to have impact rounds being fired into the crowd. They're shooting the leaf blower guys repeatedly. We just got hit 3 or 4 times.
This is absolutely crazy.
To get to the front. This guy next to me just got hit a bunch of times. They're lighting you up, man. Yeah. Ah, they're doing it again. They're shooting us again. They got me a little bit there, too. The thing they do. Yep, popping it into the crowd over here. Yeah, we're in the cool zone a bit. Yeah, I always wear armor now. Ever since I started getting shot repeatedly every night, I wear armor. I mean, I gotta be honest with you. If I'm actually being fair, these are not the situations in which I blame the Federal Protective Service for hitting press. We're right in the middle of a phalanx. We're standing next to these guys. If they're going to shoot at these guys, which I don't agree with, but if they are, there's no real way for them to avoid it. The situations I have a problem with are the times when I and other press have been standing completely separate, press passes displayed, very obviously not protesters, and they have targeted and shot people around me in the gut. They've shot me. They fired their shotguns at people. You know, this is a situation where, yeah, I'm standing in the middle of a shield line of people. I'm going to get hit by some shit, right? That's just the way it's got to fucking be. Oh, we got a grenade. We got a grenade. I think it might have been a dud. Oh, 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 oh. Pepper balls, yo. Yeah, they're shooting right into the oil line. Yeah, man, I gotta say, my favorite development of these protests has been the leaf blowers. They really do the damn trick. If I get hit unintentionally, no, but if I'm standing alone and not like totally just pressed, filming like I go, ah. So I just got hit in the face. And I was standing next to a shield wall, so like I can't really complain. I don't know that they knew I was pressed. I will say, I'm standing next to a bunch of press and they just shot us and the guys are over here that they're shooting at. So I don't know, maybe they were aiming for press man. Yeah, I get hit in the face a lot, it's fine. They shoot us all over the place. I've gotten shot almost every night for the last week. It's just what happens. Someone in front of me says, hey, where's those protest police now, huh? Another person says, beds, come out to play. Oh, Papa Orr. I've been on almost every television network in the country and international, buddy. I don't know what your definition of press is, but you name the media network, and they've asked me for questions on some shit. Andy knows a dude. I mean, he's actually a member of a right-wing gang. No, they bumped me for Ted Wheeler. Don Lemon decided to talk to Mayor Wheeler on the night before he got tear gassed. So that was fun. Yeah. Hey, man. Thanks for what you're doing, buddy.
Anyways, I gotta cut this here. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Yeah.